Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
A busy Rockford intersection is shut down after a violent afternoon crash. Investigators look into what caused the wreck. Plus, people pay their respects to a late Rockford alderman. Crowds gather at a local church to remember her more than 2 decades of service. And state line pet owners who have a hard time taking care of their furry family friends get some help. A partnership is designed to make it more affordable. Good evening, I'm Eric Wilson. Mimi Murphy is off tonight. Rockford first responders are called for a serious afternoon crash. The accident happened around 1 near Alpine and Turner. Police haven't released much information. Up to 3 vehicles were involved. One ended up on its roof. Another had heavy front end damage. No word on any injuries. Part of that intersection was closed for cleanup. It's open now. Officers are still investigating. Several ambulances are called after a morning crash in Boone County. This scene was Spring Creek and Town Hall Roads near Belvidere. 2 cars were involved. One vehicle had major damage to its side, while 1 car had damage to the front. Ambulances were called for 7 people. All 7 were checked and cleared on scene. Sheriff's deputies haven't released a cause for that accident. The Rockford community pays respects to longtime Alderman Linda McNeely. A visitation and service were held this morning. McNeely died last month at the age of 67. She served Rockford's 13th ward for 26 years. Her fellow council members and the mayor say she was a fierce advocate for those she served. McNeely is the 2nd member of city council to die this year. Just 2 months ago, 11th ward Alderman Tuffy Quinones passed away. You don't need us to tell you things are more expensive than they used to be. That includes things like groceries and gasoline, but it also means the price to keep our pets healthy has also gone up. Locally, advocates are doing their part to help. Nikel Delgado found out more about how this is being done. Nikel.
That's right, Eric, and it's all about giving your pets the proper care that they need without breaking the bank. And that's why Noah's Ark and Winnebago County Animal Services are working together to make it more affordable for residents.
So there's a great need to bring people compliant with the law with rabies, but also to protect their animals with distemper and parvo shots.
Some people are having a hard time, and we recognize that affordability can be an obstacle to compliance.
And that's why Noah's Ark Animal Clinic and Winnebago County Animal Services are partnering together and offering a community-wide animal vaccine program for low-income residents of Winnebago County. This program was launched in April and already assisted with 100 local dogs and cats becoming compliant.
And that's 100 animals that may not have been brought up compliant prior. So that's every animal that becomes compliant. Not only are we rabies now protected, but also the biggest thing is the distemper and parvo. We're coming into distemper and parvo season, parvo particularly. We're a high parvo area.
This low-income package will also include pets getting microchipped and a full pet exam. These services would normally be around $160 to $200, but through this program, it's just $55.
Don't wait. If your pet isn't vaccinated for rabies, if you aren't registered with your cats and dogs, if they're not protected against distemper or even other things that aren't covered by this clinic, don't say you'll do it next week or next month. Just get it done.
There's over 60,000 local dogs and cats who are already compliant and registered. Through this program, both Brett and Stephanie hope that number goes up.
Hopefully not only are we protecting them, but we're also creating an avenue for people who wouldn't necessarily get their animals vaccinated because of cost for them to get their animals vaccinated and protected.
This program is available until the end of the year. To find out if you qualify, find this story at mystateline.com. Eric?
Thanks, Nikel. Chicago police released more information about an officer's deadly shooting. A 16-year-old, an 18-year-old, and 2 19-year-olds are all charged with first-degree murder. They face other counts, including armed robbery. Someone shot and killed CPD officer Ariana Preston outside her home on the city's south side early Saturday morning. The 24-year-old was just coming home from work. People gathered for a vigil last night at the 5th District, where she was stationed. Officer Preston was set to graduate with a master's degree in law from Loyola University. She served with CPD for 3 years.
As Officer Preston was returning home from her tour of duty early Saturday morning, 4 offenders pulled up in a stolen vehicle. The offenders quickly exited the vehicle and ran towards Officer Preston while armed. An offender fired at Officer Preston, who returned fire. The offenders continued to shoot Officer Preston, and offenders stole Officer Preston's weapon before all offenders fled the scene in a stolen vehicle.
Her death has been classified as being in the line of duty. The Biden-Harris re-election campaign taps 3 Illinois politicians to sit on a new national advisory panel. They'll be among 50 people in the Democratic Party who will take a leadership role delivering the campaign's message and engaging voters across the country. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will serve as chair of the board. The members from Illinois include Governor J.B. Pritzker and Congresswomen Lauren Underwood and Nikki Budzinski. Among other duties, board members will participate in media interviews and assist the campaign with fundraising. Speaking of Governor Pritzker, he signed the Act of Duty bill into law. The bipartisan bill was inspired by the older brother of State Controller Susana Mendoza, a Chicago police officer who's denied full disability benefits after a long bout with COVID-19 kept him from serving.
And in a terrible twist of fate, he and I are both thankful that it did happen to him, because I wouldn't even have known about it otherwise. And it's not because we don't care about the police. We love the police. We love our firefighters. But these guys suffer in silence, or they eat a bullet. That's what happens with them.
The Act of Duty legislation retroactively provides Chicago police officers and firefighters those COVID disability benefits. Mendoza's brother's battle with COVID cost him both of his kidneys and caused him to have 5 strokes that left him physically disabled. We have an update to a story we brought you yesterday about a missing emu in central Illinois. It is still on the run. Illinois State Police tried to catch the animal on Interstate 74 in Urbana yesterday, but it got away. Experts say it's going to be hard to catch the emu if they don't have the right resources. The bird can run 30 miles an hour, and it's in wide open space. The emu is believed to have been on the land since September. Say it's not surprising if it survived this long, but if you see the animal, experts say you should not approach.
Any kind of clue they can give them is really good in helping recapture the animal. And I wouldn't try to restrain it myself, because they do have that powerful kick, and they are big, over 100-pound birds, and they do pack a punch. And so I would, until you had help, I wouldn't try to get it by yourself.
State police were able to run the emu off the roadway, but they lost sight of the animal. They say vets at U of I are now trying to find the animal. New York Congressman George Santos is taken into custody to face federal charges. He turned himself in, then entered a not guilty plea. Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon shows us what the lawmakers accused of.
New York Congressman George Santos is facing criminal charges that include money laundering and fraud.
I think this is about innocent until proven guilty.
Santos is also charged with theft of public funds for collecting pandemic unemployment insurance, even though authorities say he had a job. Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy says he won't ask for Santos' resignation unless he's convicted.
If a person is indicted, they're not on committees, they have the right to vote, but they have to go to trial.
Democrats say Santos should step down.
Hopefully he shows some humility, some dignity.
I will not resign.
But Republican Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez wants the House to vote to expel Santos. The U.S. House makes its own rules, and there are no set rules that indicate what should happen if a member of Congress faces criminal charges. Democrat Jimmy Gomez says even if a member is convicted of a crime, that person could technically still vote on legislation, perhaps by proxy.
There's no rule against it. Like, he can still be a member in good standing as long as the majority kind of decides.
But Gomez says if Santos is convicted and doesn't resign, he expects there would be enough support to force him out.
If he's convicted, I think a lot of members will step up and submit a vote to expel him.
In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Congressman Santos also told reporters he still plans to run for re-election.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Just a beautiful Wednesday afternoon as we've had plenty of sunshine and temperatures today climbing into the upper 70s. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera out at the Poplar Grove Airport. Lots of blue out there. We will see a few higher level clouds kind of work in as we go through this evening, but we'll maintain that mostly clear sky as we go through the night tonight. That temperature climbing into the upper 70s, and that's where we currently sit right now at 77 degrees here in Rockford. A little bit cooler off to the west where we've got a few more clouds. Maybe we'll look at that. We'll see. But temperatures for tomorrow are also going to stay in the upper 70s and low 80s here as we go throughout our Thursday afternoon. We'll see a little more cloud cover as we go throughout the day. There you go. 76 right now in Freeport. I think it was stuck because it just wanted to keep on that sun-filled sky out there. 77 here in Rockford, Poplar Grove, also down in Rochelle, and 76 degrees right now in DeKalb. Dew point temperatures are on the lower scale, so we have some dry air in place thanks to high pressure off to the east of us, which is part of the reason why we were able to warm so nicely here. From the mid-40s we were at earlier today, climbing close to that 80-degree mark. With high pressure over the eastern Great Lakes, it keeps all of this moisture and severe weather activity well off to the west of us. We've had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings there across parts of Kansas, getting into Nebraska. Also, same thing out in Colorado. Eventually, part of that system does work in our direction as we look throughout the day on Thursday. First, we see cloud cover increase, and then we've got a chance for rainfall going into Thursday night and then into Friday. I think the batteries in this clicker are on the way out here, so we'll switch things over as we go throughout the rest of this weathercast. You notice as temperatures tonight will drop down into the 50s, low 50s for us here as we head throughout the overnight. Temperatures back up into the low 80s once we get into tomorrow afternoon. In fact, I think we may even push it a little further there, but we are going to see that cloud cover increase, and with that increase in cloud cover also comes the increase in moisture. So it will start to feel a little more humid throughout the evening and overnight tomorrow, and then we've got some rain showers that'll work in. I think this comes in after midnight tomorrow night and then into Friday morning. Now with that, there could be some heavier rainfall Friday morning, but most of that will be moving out of here, and we could actually get some dry time once we get into Friday afternoon, just with an isolated shower or thunderstorm chance. As far as any severe thunderstorms, that highest risk does look to stay west of the Mississippi River. They're in those areas that are shaded in yellow. We do have a low end risk for maybe a strong thunderstorm. If anything, it would be a gusty one with any shower that does come through. Moisture, I mentioned that is on the increase. What we're looking at is the amount of moisture we have in the atmosphere. So the purples on there, that's low amounts of moisture. The brighter colors, that's higher moisture. Watch what happens Thursday night. That plume of moisture gets pulled into northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. So that's where we could see some heavier rainfall with that warm front overnight Thursday and then into Friday. But high pressure may actually try to take hold a little further into Saturday and Sunday, and that could actually keep us mostly dry. So when we look at the rain chances, I do think it'll be highest Friday morning. We'll hang on to that threat through about noon, but then we may start to dry things out once we get into Friday night and then into Saturday as high pressure builds in. So the weekend there, Eric, not going to be a complete washout. 51 for tonight, up to 81 for tomorrow. We stay in the upper 50s Thursday, 70s, mid 70s at that once we get into Friday afternoon, and then 77 on Saturday. We'll keep with the upper 60s on Sunday.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Cubs get one last chance tonight at taking down the Cardinals. They will close out their series at Wrigley Field. Cubs have dropped the first two games, so tonight they send perhaps the best pitcher in baseball so far this season to the Hill. Justin Steele will pitch. He's 5-0 with an ERA of 1.45. Cubs are likely to be without Nico Horner again as he continues to take it easy with a tight hamstring. He could be back in action on Friday. The White Sox tonight will play Game 3 of their 4-game series against the Royals. Andrew Vaughn slugged another home run last night, helping the Sox to a 4-2 win. Lance Lynn will try again to get straightened out tonight. His ERA is almost at 7. Aaron Rodgers will be part of NFL history this season. He'll be playing in the NFL's first ever Black Friday game. The Jets will host the Dolphins the day after Thanksgiving. It's a mid-afternoon game. It'll be shown only on Amazon Prime. Traditionally, the Friday after Thanksgiving has been reserved for a few college football games. But the NFL continues to branch out its schedule. The complete NFL schedule for the upcoming season will be revealed tomorrow. We do know this much: neither the Bears nor the Packers will be playing in any of the NFL's 5 international games in London or in Germany. Arvid Soderblom's going to get a chance to show he belongs in Chicago with the Blackhawks. The Ice Hogs goaltender has agreed to a 2-year contract with the Blackhawks. He did appear in 15 games with the Blackhawks this past season, but he spent the majority of his time here in Rockford, and he started all 5 of the Hogs' playoff games. We knew this was coming, but it's official now. Tiger Woods won't tee it up in the PGA Championship next week. The list of 99 competitors was revealed today, and he's not in because he's recovering from ankle surgery. Oldham Golf Club pro and program manager Chris French is on that list. The NBA playoff field could be reduced by 2 teams tonight. The Knicks have to win their game in New York against the Heat, or they will be done. They're down 3-1. The same goes for the defending champs, the Warriors. They have to win at home against the Lakers. They trail that series 3-1.
We are slowly creeping back up to the 80s. We got really close today.
Yeah, 78 degrees, our high temperature today. So it felt pretty nice, too. I mean, it was warm, but very comfortable
And it looked great. The camera we have at the Poplar Grove Airport, it's not a cloud in the sky.
No, we'll see a few higher level cirrus clouds come in later this evening, but a great evening to get out, maybe go for a walk. There may be, some after school things, baseball, softball games, things like that, going on. It is just going to be perfect for that here tonight. And one of my favorite nights too, just where the wind is somewhat calm and then it gets really comfortable in the evening as the sun sets.
Keep the windows open.
Oh yeah. Great sleeping weather. 51 for the night tonight, up to 81 tomorrow. We are going to see a little more cloud cover for the afternoon, but by sunset, skies will turn mostly cloudy. We are dry until late tomorrow night. Could be a couple of thunderstorms going into Friday morning, and then just a few isolated storms for the weekends.
Thanks, Candace. Stay safe.